Hi, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing okay and are well. If you're new here for the first time, welcome to you. And my channel is called A New Me Starts Now. My name is Ivy. Anyway, today, happy Mother's Day. Yes, it's Mother's Day. So I hope all you mothers out there are treated beautifully, wonderfully, because you deserve it. I thought today I would talk a little bit about my mum, my mummy. Sadly, she's no longer with us, that damn dementia, It's so heartbreaking to see this once vibrant woman just decline. Anyway, my mum's name was Lillian, or Lily, Miss Lily. Yes, and her name suited her actually, Lily. I think that's a beautiful name. She came over from Jamaica. My mum was born in Jamaica. She came over from Jamaica in 1959. My dad had come over a few years before her in 1956. Yeah, they were the Windrush generation. Yeah, so she came over. All in all, my mum had 4 boys and 3 girls. Sadly, 2 boys passed away, and she was absolutely devastated. And what mother wouldn't be? Not to have it happen once, but twice. And yeah, so I still have 2 brothers, and I make up the 3 sisters. Yeah, my mum, honestly, she was she was so funny. And even when she didn't mean to be funny, she was funny. She was an amazing cook. Let me tell you now, she was an amazing cook. Fried chicken, roast chicken, fried fish, and she'd scabeach it with, she'd make up the onions and the peppers. And it was superb. She'd make her own cakes. Honestly, there was nothing this woman couldn't cook. She honestly, she was amazing. The only things that my mum cooked that I was like, no, was tripe. Oh, no, there's not a way on God's green earth anybody could cook tripe that would make me think, oh, no. And she cooked cow's foot as well. You want some? No, thank you, mummy. No. It was horrible. She'd also cook lady's fingers or okra. Not a fan. I'm not a fan. But yeah, I remember, she found God and made so many wonderful friends at church. Her brothers and sisters. She loved it. She loved going to church. I remember some mornings, well, no, most Sunday mornings, she'd get up, she'd cook up a chicken, and she'd cook something else for me dad, some other kind of meat for me dad, because he didn't eat chicken. And so she'd cook the chicken and that, and she'd say, Ivy, when we at church, you put on the rice. Pressure. I was much younger. Pressure. I thought, oh no, mummy wants me to cook the rice. And I wanted to cook it because every time my mum cooked rice, it was spot on. Spot on. I didn't want it to go all mushy and honestly, it was pressure. Because we'd have rice and peas, so she'd always cook the peas overnight, soak them and cook them overnight. And then all I had to do really was add the rice, but it had to be at the right time. I had to, make sure the water was right, put in the cream coconut and ting, you know. But when she'd come back and dish out the dinner, I go, Mummy, how's the rice? She'd go, yes, man, it's all right. I was like, phew. Yeah. She loved going to church. Before she was a born-again Christian, she would smoke. And I remember sometimes, you know, I'd say, Mummy, can I get in the bed with you? And it would be pitch black and all I would be able to see would be the smoke tip, you know. You couldn't see Mummy, but could see it, always know where the cigarette was. But anyway, she kicked that habit. Good on her. She was an amazing seamstress. Oh my gosh, that woman could make anything. And she had her own little sewing machine. I remember she had like a Singer one for years, you know, where you turn the pedal and oh, I can just see her making up her thing. She'd make pleated skirts, you know, she'd make those little French knickers, ooh la la. And she'd make slips and dresses, tops, oh, you name it. She made these cushions, and I wish I'd have paid more attention, because the kind of cushions she would make, the cushion covers, I'm telling you, today you'd be looking at paying 50, 60 quid for a cushion cover like that, and she'd make them out of velvet, you know, and it was painstaking because she'd make the pattern herself and she'd draw these lines, and oh my gosh, they were absolutely beautifully made, absolutely beautiful cushions. And like I say, they would cost some money now. And she used to have this beautiful dressing table. I used to love to tidy it up, and when she'd come back home, I'd go, Mummy, look, I've done the dressing table. She'd be like, oh, thank you, darling, thank you. You'd be like, yes, and Mummy's happy. It was lovely. And back in the day, my mum did Avon, and she did it very successfully, you know. I remember she had this red thing, and inside it was powder puff. Oh, I felt like a film star. I'd use it when she wasn't there. Just go, oh, I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille, you know. But yeah, I loved that dressing table. It was like a mahogany colour. It was beautiful, and it had this huge big mirror, and then the side of it had drawers, and then it was just lovely. Honestly, things like that now would be vintage and worth a lot of money. But yeah, my mum, she used to make Saturday soup. Every Saturday, make this soup. It was lush. It was lush. And whenever anybody would come round, I'm telling you, she always had something to offer them. Whether it was cake, whether it was a cup of tea and some bulla cake, if you know, you know. Bun and cheese. You know, I'd be thinking, where's she getting these things from? But yeah, she was generous to a fault, you know, and just a strong woman. She had to be. Absolutely, you know. And like I said, it was heartbreaking that, you know, she got dementia. But yeah, they do say you can't choose the family that you're born in, but I thank God that I was born into the family that I have, you know. And my mum always wanted you to learn from her. You know, there were many times she'd be like, Ivy, come watch what I'm doing in the kitchen. And I'd be like, really? You know, you're at that age. But yeah, there's not one of her children that don't know how to cook. No. You'd never hear one of her children say, well, I don't know how to cook. No. So, you know, and my brothers and sisters, they are all wonderful cooks. Absolutely. Yes, she would demand it. Come and watch what I'm doing. You know, and Jamaican parents, they don't ramp, meaning they don't joke. You know, if you was misbehaving, they'd tell you one time. one time. You hear me? Sometimes now when I go out and I hear parents talking to their kids, telling them to stop doing what they're doing 2, 3, 50 times. My mother, one time. And then you'd feel something that resembled pain. But one time. That was it. If I was messing about, doing what I shouldn't be doing, and the look was another thing. You know what I mean? The look. You just calm. When you saw that look, you just calm yourself down. You just calm yourself down. And my mum loved these 2 words. She loved saying these 2 words. But wait. You know, like if she'd have asked you to do something and you were still sat there, and she sit there go, but wait, we never tell this child if he go do something. You know what I mean? Honestly, she was an absolutely beautiful woman. Absolutely. I thank the Lord that this woman was my mother. You know, and I will miss her until my time comes. But yeah, she would light up her room. You know, I remember times I'd be on the bus with her and she'd just start singing hymns and I'd be like, oh. I'd be like, Mummy, shh. Don't tell me to shush. I'm praising the Lord. And she'd get louder. But, you know, other people on the bus, they were just laughing. But yeah, she loved to sing. You know, try and really hit those high notes. I'd be like, be careful, Mummy. Be careful you don't strain something. Yeah, I miss her. I miss her. So I just thought I'd reminisce a little bit about my mum, Lily. Have a wonderful Mother's Day, everyone. Okay? I wish you love and happiness today and each and every other day. Be good to yourselves and each other. Don't let the negative people win. We're not about that life. Let's keep smashing the life we have. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day, your Mother's Day, to watch my video. I truly appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you in a brand new video. So for now, God bless. Lots of love.